behind Fracture is that you are thrust into a civil war that is completely unexpected. Your character is Jet Brody, and he is a soldier for the Atlantic Alliance. Now, these guys are basically the peacekeepers of the U.S., and they have been basically put in front of an ideological conflict with the West Coast, the Pacificans, who believe that genetic modification is really going to be the way in the future to live in harsh weather conditions and all of the conditions that have been brought about by global warming, some of the issues that we face today. So you are Jet Brody, you're basically sent on a peace envoy to Pacifica to find out what those guys are doing around this genetic modification. And when you get there, you discover that they've basically set you up for this war. So that's basically how the narrative begins, and then you're set on a giant grand chase through the game. The inspiration for Fracture came from really taking this rip from the headlines idea of current events from today. So things like global warming is a huge topic right now. So we kind of took the idea of what would happen if the tides did rise, and where would technology need to go to be able to deal with that. That's where terrain deformation came in, and it's based on scientific principles that are being worked on right now. And in addition to that, we've got stem cell research. It's a huge issue today. There's a lot of controversy around what's going to happen with genetic modification in the future, and it's a huge ethical issue. So we've kind of taken a what-if scenario there. And then finally, I think there's just a lot of kind of curiosity and interest in the idea that maybe someday there could be a civil war in the United States, and what would that look like? It's a very hot topic and kind of a scary topic. And so when you put together all these three elements, it really creates a nice set of ingredients to set the stage for a huge conflict set in the U.S. Fracture being set 150 years in the future has really given the designers license to take great kind of familiar concepts and things we love about weapons today, but really blow them out into the future. So what we've got is things like the Black Widow, which is a sticky grenade launcher that you can detonate at will, and you can also launch up to 6 at a time. We've got a torpedo gun, which you can shoot a giant torpedo underneath the ground through barriers and hit your enemies behind safety. We've got a vortex grenade, which just takes a big maelstrom of energy and sucks everything into a swarm of energy and then spews it out and kills everything in its wake. And there are all kinds of weapons. And so we've kind of got different categories. We've got like our direct fire weapons, we've got our explosive weapons, we've got our detonate at will weapons, and we've got our grenades. So there's a really good range of weapons that people will, I'm sure, get great use out of. Dynamic, tactical, explosive, crazy. How do you define Fracture in just 5 words? I mean, it's the ability to reshape the world like this is just out of this world, something people have never seen. Fracture is coming out this October 10th, coming up really soon on the Xbox 360 and the PS3.